with other, like, there was 3 more guys that influenced me. It was like, no, 2 guys. It was Dr. Strange and Shift the Shapes. Dr. Strange used to do this thing where he used to go like this. This, like, he used to do this box. So that, hey, what's up, man? How you doing? All right, chilling. How you been? Well, I know everybody here, you know. This is my spot, my turf. You know, I've been here for like more than 10 years now. So yeah, he used to do these boxes and he used to dance in the square, and I was influenced by him, you know. And then Shift the Shapes was another guy that used to came out with this other like boxes. Like he used to come out with like he called like it's called fixed line in space. It's like you have a fixed line in space and it moves, you know. And he came out with that, and he used to have like this tut style. It was like very like straight, you know, with like a lines and stuff. So he, you know, I learned from him some stuff, and then I put all that together with the boxes that I came out with. And at one point I realized, yo, this is a dance, you know. This is actually a dance. You don't have to, like at one moment, you know, when the Boogaloos came into the scene, Boogaloos came out with this thing where they clone everybody, where, oh no, you just have to do this, Boogaloo, side to side. If you was doing wave, that wasn't a dance. Waving and tutting and animation and even like straight popping wasn't like a dance. It was, you had to do Boogaloo, you know. So, you know, I never listened to that story, you know, because, you know, I had information about Bay Area before everybody. Because I had a friend from the Bay Area that told me how popping started. And, you know, it started with those black bands in the Bay Area. They used to, you know, march. And that's how popping started, you know, from them, you know. And it was back in the 60s, you know. Even now, you know, that's like pretty, a lot of people don't know about that stuff, you know. But I seen footage. This guy does a documentary, and I knew like stuff before even like people that, you know, got into this scene, you know. So anyway, so I never believed in all that stuff. So I started, you know, I was doing my own thing, you know. Cause so yeah.
You weren't brainwashed by it. So
yeah.
when that wave hit, because
yeah.
it was real big and
yeah.
it was a massive takeover. Even I got caught up in that rapture, you know. Yeah,
no, I know what you mean, because I was doing that too at one moment, but you know, I didn't feel right. You know?
Out of it,
yeah,
you know,
yeah.
I still want to be me.
Yeah. I mean, it's a good style. I love that style. I could do it. Yeah, it's smooth. It's nice. I could do that too, but I don't want to, you know,
be like
them. Yeah, I want to use some of that and put it in my style. You know, so yeah. So from that, you know, little by little, I started doing all these finger tricks and finger tutting. I made a DVD with Hypno, and in the DVD, it's a DVD about digits, and I'm teaching how to do finger tutting and all that. A lot of the West Coast do, they start biting on the style, and you know, they wasn't saying that they invented it, but everybody seeing them on TV or like in all these jams, everybody thought that West Coast invented the style, and it didn't happen, you know. I had to go and break all these doors and keep talking, and they say no. I went to westcoastpopping.com like a whole bunch of times, just stating that it's not like that, you know. So
did they respect that, or
little by little? It took a long time and a lot of politics, you know. It took a long time, but you know, people little by little now they're waking up and they realizing, you know, oh, this guy has 10,000 clips with this style on YouTube, and he has like all his students like exceeding from everybody else, and then everybody else just, you know, and the whole finger tutting thing became like a big zoo, you know. Everybody want to be like the one that invented stuff, or you know, everybody want to be I'm the one, you know. But there's certain things that invented nobody can even come close, you know. Like I came out with the yin and yang, like the yin and yang characters, you know, like also like the Mayan yin and yang, you know. So this is spiritual stuff. It's not just, oh, I'm dancing, look at me, clap, you know. There's something, you know, more than that, you know. Yeah, it has a meaning, and that's what people don't get, you know. Because this whole dance, it's all soulful language. You know, that's how I see it. You know, it's a soulful language. You're talking with, you know, brother, sister, and they talking back to you. You know, it's more just words, because sometimes, you know, I'm Romanian, so the language, English language, is how hard for me to like explain myself, because I don't understand it that well. So that kind of made me understand that actually dance and the way we move, it's actually a whole language, and we should use that together. You know, like when I talk to you guys, you see my hands, so that's what I'm doing. My hands, like, I don't even have to think. My hands move. It's embedded into our like body, you know. So yeah, anyway, like, you know, little by little after that, like, you know, I start teaching. I used to be at 93, and I used to teach all these kids. They used to come there, and I was the only one papa there. So like some of the new era used to come there and learn from me, and you know, I used to learn from them. It was like an exchange, you know, kind of like a lab session. So, you know, some of those kids, you know, like even Machine used to come there, and you know, I used to show him that stuff with the hands, and you know, he got into it a lot, and you know, he took this finger stuff to a different level, where he came out with his own style, you know, where he came out with finger connect, which is actually a style of fingers, but you continuously going. That's why it's called connect, like your fingers connect in continuous movement, you know, like where the finger turning was just boxes, continuous boxes, you know, where you have to have a 90-degree angle, and it's part of turning, and you have to like dance with it, you know. You can't be like moving around where it's like so much freedom. You have to like dance and be on beat, you know. But you know, basically I could do all the styles, because you know, I have freedom. I don't, you know, I don't have time to, you know, listen to, and I don't have no rules. You know, when I teach somebody, you know, I teach them, these are the techniques, take it and run with it. You know, I hate being in the mirror and having people behind me. 1, 2, 3, like follow the leader. Like, you're not gonna learn anything, you know? You have to know, at least if you're popping, you have to know this muscle here moves this way and that and this. And you know, usually when I teach somebody, I tell them, yo, you do this like 100 times. Then you do other things, you know, and then when you break out of that mold, get into this. And you know, if you wanna do waves, you should do this type of wave, body wave, and keep going to the next wave and keep going like that. And
you have to do what works for you, because everybody's different.
Exactly.
Body types are different.
Exactly.
Find out how it works for you.
Exactly. And you know, I can't be like, oh, take my body, put it in yours. You know, that's what they do in like a lot of these dances when they teaching, you know, in the mirror, you know.
So do exactly what I think, don't make it your own.
Yeah. You know, it's like find yourself, you know. I'm gonna show you the tools and work on it, you know. I'm not gonna stay there with you in the mirror. Also, I hate dancing in the mirror, you know, because that's my thing though, because you know, like when I look at the mirror, I never see myself. I see like somebody in the mirror, but it's not me, you know. That's why most of the time when I was young, I used to have my hat over my face, so I used to look inside. That helped me not to look outside more, so I was imagining myself how I looked. So that kind of created my character, you know. That's why most of my clips, you see me like this, you know, doing my thing, because you know, it's kind of I'm going in a zone, you know. So that helps me. So yeah.
What are some of your greatest accomplishments?
Oh, in dance?
Yes.
Well, you know, it's. I mean, I think I broke a lot of boundaries where, like, I'm probably like the first white guy that ever went to Brooklyn and battled in Brooklyn, like Loud and Battle Fest, and won, you know, certain battles. So, you know, I think I'm proud of that I went there and, you know, proved myself to that, you know, especially Brooklyn, you know. That's the heart right there, you know. That's the most raw place you could go to, you know. So I'm proud of that, you know. But I'm not like, oh my God, you know. But I think I created that bridge, you know. So whoever's coming from this side, especially, you know, the studio side, and there's a lot of these papas, they are scared to go through that, you know, through that channel. But I mean, you know, it was like I met my own brothers and sisters with